Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Marvel Legends review. This time I got the Deluxe Jean Grey Phoenix Force, or Phoenix, figure. Retails for $49.99. I was able to get mine during the Big Bad Toy Store pre-order window when it was, I think, $34.99. This also showed up on Target during their Circle Week, I think, for the same price at $34.99. So, retail's 50. I got this on sale. We're gonna take a look at the figure and see if that price was worth it. But let's go ahead and start off with the box here. So you can see I actually separated it into two different parts. You have the inner card back, which is a nice flame display, and then you have the box itself. Really like this box. They did a nice job of just making it look, very neat and presentable. Really like that artwork. And then you have the back here, which has the read up. A cosmic power known as the Phoenix Force fuses with X-Men mutant Jean Grey, becoming a nearly unstoppable force capable of peace or destruction. The render kind of reminds me of Famke Jensen. That's just what it looks like. And if you need the barcode, there it is. I get rid of the boxes, but if I kept them, I honestly wouldn't mind keeping this one. But I'm probably going to keep this flame background piece. Now, if you wanted to get it to stand up properly, all you got to do is flip that out. And there you go. You got a nice flame backdrop. And it does, have that window cut in it. Kind of wish it didn't, but oh well. Again, nice backdrop. I'll keep it, but... Alright, accessories-wise, you get a couple things in here. So you get two different head sculpts. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. You have a pair of fisted hands, if I can get them. There you go. These are teeny tiny. And then you get two different splayed out hands. You have the left one, and then you have the right one, which is not as splayed out. And then there's the other head. And then you get this really nice Phoenix display piece. It actually comes in 4 different parts. Technically 3 if you don't want to have the Phoenix itself here. So there are 2 parts at the base, and then there's a 3rd part to secure that, and then there's the Phoenix itself. This just locks into place in between the two, and you can kind of yank it out. So if you just want the flame piece for another figure, you could do that. Getting this in and keeping it in was a bit of a struggle, trying to find out exactly where it goes. But if you take a look at it, you can kind of see this is the end of the tail. It kind of just curves into that, and then you can lock it in place like so on that side, and then do it on this side as well. And that keeps it nice and secure. And it does actually have articulation on the head here. This is, I think, a bald eagle. It's got some wicked looking eyebrows, though. Can't tell from the side. Nice looking head piece there. I do really love the effect from the orange to the red. That just looks really nice, And, it looks great against my green backdrop here. But, yeah, it's a really nice display base for the Phoenix. And you get the foot hole, so you can take your foot and shove it in there. And on my particular copy, it leans to the side, but if you want to keep it more straight, you can bend her leg back into this little crevice here, and there is a flame piece that you can kind of shove her other foot into. It doesn't work too well because I don't think it's designed for that, but if you want to keep it more in position, you could do that. So yeah, really like that display base, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it to the side here so we can take a look at the figure proper. Now, as far as I know, this figure is a little bit of reuse, a little bit of new stuff. It actually reuses the Black Widow body mold, minus the torso, midsection, and crotch piece. But the sash is new as well, and of course the head sculpts are. But everything else, the arms, the legs, those are reused, which is fine. I do like this head sculpt. It has grown on me in person, but it does feel a little creepy. On camera, it's looking okay, but there. You can kind of see how creepy it looks. Like, they added too much eyeshadow or something. It just looks weird. I don't know why they did it that way. Just kind of give you an idea on multiple shadowing angles. I do like the head sculpt. It just looks kind of weird. And I know some people aren't interested in the hair going out the one way. And I know that some actually put the Black Widow head on this figure. And here is the base of the neck here. It's actually a separate piece, and then you have the dumbbell up here, which I thought was a bit strange. Kind of wish they made this flesh tone so that, she had I mean, I know in the artwork it shows her having a black collar, but you can still see part of her neck there. So, again, not sure why they did that. And then here's the head I'm going to be displaying the figure with. And while I do like this, when I looked at the render on the back of the box, it's kind of hard to tell, but the hairline on the render on the box is actually pushed more towards her right eye, whereas on my particular copy, it is pushed towards her left eye. So I'm not sure if that's a minor QC issue or not, but something to note. And I think I've seen some people actually take this hair off and swap it out with something else, but you'd have to heat that up and then rip the hair off, and that's just not for me. The logo looks good here. It is. The only thing I don't like about it is how it's printed. Like, it just. I wish it was a bit lower. I think that's my biggest issue with it. Like, it doesn't look bad, but again, we take a look at the figure on the box here. It's actually a smaller logo. So, either change the size or change the positioning of it, and I think it would be good. I'm not the biggest fan of the gold of the legs and the arms or the sash. I do wish it was more closer to that metallic gold on the logo there. But, it is painted green. The green is painted, not the gold. So all of this is molded in gold. All of this is molded in gold. Everything else is green, except the neck that's black. But, you can move the sash out of the way, but I do not see a way of being able to take this off unless you pop the upper body off. And it doesn't really have any posability. It's kind of just stuck there and free moving so that you can, get the ab crunch there, or if you want to arc it back. Although, if you want to arc it back, it does get in the way a little bit, so be careful with that. Articulation wise, she doesn't have too much here that's bad. I just showed you the crunch forward, which is pretty good, and the crunch back, which is probably the worst articulation on this figure. But she can do a full T pose. She can double joint her elbows. I can't get that upper joint. There we go. Get that lower one. There you go. Looks good. Then straighten that out. She does have, as you can see, the butterfly joints, which actually pretty good. So like there it is fully forward, there it is fully back. So she's got quite a range backwards, not so much forwards though. And then she does have the swivel here, which on my copy it is pretty tight, but I mean look at that. Like what's going on? Try that out. Ugh, weird. And she does have side to side on that as well, so not too bad. And then you got forward kick. It doesn't go up higher than that. Kind of sucks. And of course you got a swivel here. No swivel at the bottom, but can she kick her own ass? She can almost reach it. And you got the hinge and the pivots on the foot. So good articulation. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. She does not have drop down hinges. Honestly, don't care if the figure does or doesn't have drop down hinges, but I know some people really like them and really hate them. Now we can go ahead and go on to the size comparisons. I'll get the Phoenix Force back in here. It's off camera, but at the top of the top wing, or the taller wing, it is 10.25 inches tall. And then Phoenix here, she stands at just about 6, maybe a smidge taller than that. Not too many comparisons I want to do, but of course I want to go ahead and get in the Black Widow so you can see that the legs and the arms are reused. Hard to tell on camera because the black doesn't show up as well as the gold or the green, but the arms and the legs are definitely reused from this figure. And in case anyone's wondering, I'll go ahead and do a head swap between these two. I always worry about taking the Black Widow head sculpt off. I think they did the head sculpt on Jean Grey the way they did was so you could easily pop it off, but there is the Black Widow head on Jean Grey. I don't like this look. I much prefer the the crazy looking head sculpt. It's not bad, but I don't think that this is Jean Grey per se. Yeah, this one's much better. Just let's keep that on for the rest of the video. And we got our other X-Men Marvel Legends here. I only got two, but I got Astonishing Wolverine here and the Cyclops Astonishing figures. Really loving how the three of these look together. Wolverine's a bit yellow for this Phoenix, but I honestly don't care. I still love that Wolverine. It's a great Wolverine. So, that's, I think, the most recent versions of these characters, not including any X-Men 97 figures, but just rather like comic book versions of these characters. I could be wrong. Maybe they released a Wolverine or a Cyclops right after or right before. But yeah, loving how the three of them look together. Let's go ahead and get our usual suspects in here, starting off with DC Multiverse. We have Atrocitus, who is finally dwarfed by something in my size comparisons. You can see that just goes above his head there. We got the gold label Arkham City Batman, the Halo Spartan Yoroi from the Spartan Collection, Jazzwares. Getting our wrestling figures in here. Gotta fix the one. Good enough. We got the AEW Unrivaled Samoa Joe and the Mattel WWE Elite 100 John Cena. Back to 6-inch scale, we have the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spidey, the Star Wars Black Series Retro Card Boba Fett, the G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback, and the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black Ranger. I do like this deluxe set. Having it in hand, I understand now why it's $50. This is just a big hunk of plastic, and it's a decent amount of heft to it. But I think most people wanted this figure just for the figure, not the display base, which, while admittedly cool, I would have preferred a single release of this figure without the display base. Obviously, they did the red version on the retro card not too long ago, but still a nice figure, and I am glad that it's in my collection. I might see about selling the Phoenix display, but it is pretty cool, so nothing concrete on that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this figure. If it's too much money, is it not enough? Let me know. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.